everyone and welcome back to another weekly roundup. In this episode we're gonna summarize this week's events. First of all, congratulations to everyone in the space because we have seen the price of Bitcoin rise to $74,000, putting in a new all-time high after more than 2 years. Right afterwards though, we have seen the price come down more than 10%. So today we're gonna be also talking about what's coming next. We're also going to cover the fact that we had the PPI report coming out, and it means new information for our macroeconomical situations, and we're going to be talking about what it means for us as regular investors. By the way, I would like to also invite you to our Discord channel. The link is down in the description, and please like this video as it would really help me to do what I love to do, and it's talking about cryptocurrencies. With that said, let's begin. So let's have a look at the charts. So finally, we have broken the previous all-time highs and we have put in a new all-time high at $74,000. If we look back, let's just zoom out for a little bit and let's have a look at what year we have behind us. If we just take this from the March of 6th, we have seen the price of Bitcoin rise more than 260%. With that said, I think a lot of people are taking, in fact, profits and locking them in. And that's mainly the reason why we've seen this drop of more than 10%. But if you're a new investor, and you're just bought around 70K, you maybe bought a spot Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock, then this correction already hurts for you because you're not used to the volatility of crypto markets. Especially if you're from traditional finance, then such corrections are really normal for cryptocurrencies and you better get used to them if you want to stick around and not be shaken out. But on the other hand, if you are not new and you are panic selling, then I must tell you, you are being tricked by these big players. And really, I want to talk a little bit about the fact that ever since the BlackRock has launched its ETFs, the game has completely changed for Bitcoin. We all these retail indicators and market cycles and the things that we have seen to work, they are over. And you better get used to it because these players, they know how to play the markets. They know how to play with your mind. They know how to manipulate the price. And one thing that just proves this is the fact that we have seen a new all-time high before the halving. In no other market cycle this has happened to us before. This is for real, completely different. And excuse me, my phone just died, so I need to actually catch up a little bit back to my flow. But basically what I was really just trying to say is the fact that we have a new player in the market, which are these huge institutional investors, and they know what they are doing. They plan to acquire as much Bitcoin as possible and they plan to hold it for a long time. These guys are not going to day trade. They're not going to sell in loss. And even if we go down, which is very possible, it's always possible with crypto, they are just going to keep buying. We have seen the inflows a little bit lower for the ETFs. They are not buying as much as they have been in the last month or in the previous weeks. And they see that it's working. People are freaking out. The market is dumping. And that's how they realize that, okay, we're just gonna pause a little bit. Everyone's gonna sell. Regular investors are gonna sell their Bitcoin and we are just gonna suck it all up. That's what's really happening. These players acquiring our Bitcoin from regular people because the regular people is the one who panic and sell. And guys, if you have the urge to sell right now, then you just need to be aware that you're being played. You're being completely manipulated by these smart money players and they know what they are doing. And so that was my main point, that just stick around, be patient, have a long time horizon for the market. If you're just starting now, then at least wait for 5 years. And I'm really confident that in 5 years, we're gonna see the price of Bitcoin be much higher than the 68,000 which it currently is. But as you know, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research. Don't just trust somebody on the internet who's telling you what you should do with your money. And there are a lot of scammers in the space which have not the best interest at heart for you. Like, they just want you to buy the altcoin which they are already holding. And that's something different than what we do here. We really try to educate ourselves together. We really want to be conservative and we really want to make money on the long term. That's why we are here, just like the smart money does. Let's move on to the macroeconomic situation. We have seen the PPI report come in a little bit warmer than previously, and what this signals is that the inflation is really a little bit more sticky than the Fed expected. And I think it's going to lead to the fact that we are going to see the interest rates higher for longer. Right now, we expect them to come down around May, June, but I really think that this will actually be prolonged all the way, maybe to the end of summer, maybe even Q4 this year. But what's actually a good sign that we see is the fact that most of the inflation happened in the energetical sector, which is a really volatile sector. It can go quickly up, quickly down. But on other fields, like for example, food and beverage, we have seen the prices come actually down. And that's really good for regular people and regular investors, because we don't see so much inflation in food and price. And also housing is slowly but surely coming down, and it's actually a big part of the inflation. With that said, let's just look at the price a little bit closer. How about we zoom in all the way to the daily one? Let's see just what's happening. I have it here marked out a new all-time high. But really, we've seen a beautiful bull market trend for a year now. And these corrections will be happening along the way. And you better really get just used to it. And it would be wise to be dollar cost averaging in these areas. Maybe you can buy the dip, and maybe on the long term, it will turn out to be a smart decision. Don't go and buy on when we are putting in new all-time highs. Always wait for these corrections to scoop out more Bitcoin, just like the institutions are doing. Let's zoom in even more at the 1 hourly. If you're a trader, there are trades every day. Like, we have abundancy. We see a lot of stuff happening in the market. You can make money every day in the market when you're a day trader. So you don't really have to care about these major moves, and even fundamentals are not important. Yes, for sure, they are good to determine the overall trend, but for day trading, you just play the probabilities. But that's a discussion for another video. If you are interested in trading, make sure to let me know in the comments down, and I will be happy to prepare a more trading-oriented video for you. Next up, let's zoom out let's zoom in even more, because I want to show you one trade that I took today, and it was I longed right here at the bottom. These are not exactly, but I took around 1 to 3 risk-to-reward ratio trade, and as you can see, I longed here after I've seen a reaction at the support area, and also I rode the way up. So you can be locking in and out every day when you're a day trader. You just really have to have the right mindset, not be greedy. Don't get overly excited when you're making gains, and also don't be too frustrated when you're losing. Like, all your expenses are just another opportunity for you to learn, to improve your trading strategy. And I just realized that I wasn't even recording my voice. So maybe this part will be actually much worse, because I'm not gonna retake this again. So excuse me if you anyway listened all the way here, then I really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, this was pretty much it for today. Keep in mind that these institutional players, they really wanna trick you to sell your Bitcoin. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Please like this video. I really enjoy recording this, I've been in the crypto space since 2018, and now I realize that it's time to be putting more effort back to the community. And actually, I want to do this full time. So make sure to hit the like button. Thank you so much for watching. Join us on Discord and see you next time.